If your makeup looks dry, patchy, or starts to separate and emphasizing all the wrong areas the moment you see yourself up close, you're not alone and you're probably making a few key mistakes like applying too much product or using the wrong order of products. So let's break down exactly what's going wrong and how to fix it step by step. Applying too much skincare before the actual makeup is the biggest mistake that I see so often, and I can't blame you because on social media, the influencers are using notoriously rich skincare products and skincare routines, which leads to a slippery slope. And our face has to be perfectly moisturized but not too saturated with the product. And even when I take off the extra product, my skin is still too slippery, which is not a good base for the following products. I highly recommend you go for some sort of infusion that cleans your face thoroughly and then apply a nice and even and not too thick of a layer of a good quality moisturizer that's especially formulated for makeup. The mistake that I feel like we've been dragging along ever since 2016 is applying too much foundation. Using a wrong brush results in a very streaky, uneven result, but also using too much product results in almost like a mask look, which is extremely unnatural. Up close, every texture, every pore gets emphasized and it just doesn't look good. I mean, maybe if you're 17, you can get away with this technique, but all of us in our 20s, girl, we need to be careful, honey. So grab a very dense brush that has really thick bristles. This is gonna enable a really nice distribution of our products and start tapping our foundation in place. And when you think you don't have any product left, trust me, you do. Just take your time, really going back and forth on the palm of your hand and on your face, and apply foundation for literally 5 minutes. And the goal of foundation is actually to create an even complexion, but all of our texture still has to be visible. And in that way, we're also going to achieve a very much more dimensional and natural result, which is the goal. Because if we're applying too much foundation, we are taking away from dimension. And now with cream products, the biggest mistake is just taking our cream sticks and dragging them along on our face and using the same dirty brush that we've used before to blend everything out. The result is going to be really, really patchy and awful. So that's not tea, honey. You need to apply the cream product on the back of your hand and then take the brush, a very dense brush, and start tapping the product. And this way we have way more control. Everything is going to look way more natural. We're still keeping our natural shadows and our natural definition, but we're emphasizing them at the same time. In this way, we're also not emphasizing any texture or anything that we don't want to emphasize, because we are keeping it light and we are layering everything slowly and mindfully, which is always the goal. Another great tip for you when you're trying to chisel that jawline, honey, is to really go behind your ear and to really slowly build up the product, because this is where mistakes are made in the majority. The wrong side, as you can see, is really muddy. It looks patchy. There's a clear distinguished line of where the product is and where the product isn't. And on the right side, everything is blended. Everything is cohesive in harmony, and it looks so much better. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below and I'll be glad to help. Now, the next mistake is so frequent, and it's the concealer. Applying, first of all, too much product. Like with foundation, this is a recipe for disaster, especially if you have mature skin. It's gonna look awful. Using the wrong tools like we did before, the same brush that we use for foundation on the wrong side is making everything look so streaky, and it's moving the products underneath again, so it is just taking away from everything and it is just looking like not a hot mess. So what you want to do instead is you want to place the teeniest amount of product and start applying it lower. So when you're blending everything with the right tool, which is a damp beauty sponge, everything is gonna look very natural, almost airbrushed, and your fine lines and wrinkles are not gonna be emphasized, which is a great thing. On the wrong side, you can see everything is just slipping and sliding. So the same analogy with cream products goes with any other cream products. If it's blush, if it's contour, if it's cream bronzer or liquid, you always want to tap the product into your skin. This way you are not moving any products underneath, and if you're dragging everything, you're just swirling and making a mess. The number one mistake and the number one reason why your under eye looks dry and patchy is because you're using too much product and a dirty tool like a powder puff. This results in a very unflattering result. So instead, take a clean powder puff, apply a minimum amount of translucent powder and really tap it in the palm of your hand. This is gonna set everything that needs to be set, like our under eye concealer, our foundation around our nose, but it's not gonna look cakey or unnatural. We're still gonna mattify those areas that we can get oily throughout the day, but we're not applying so much product that it is drying up our under eye. So the result, as you can see, it speaks for itself. So the next time you're grabbing that powder and powder puff, really be mindful of how much you're using. And if usually everything goes right with your routine, and this is where you get it wrong, is applying any liquid or cream products over powder. This disrupts all the formulas and you are just taking away all the layers. So take a pea-sized amount of any liquid or cream highlighter and a damp beauty sponge and really work in sections where the sun or a natural light would hit your cheekbone. So usually that's like the highest point of your cheekbone. That's where you want to apply a liquid highlighter. Another mistake that I see so often in real life is not cleaning the eyebrows before defining them. So take any kind of cleaning solution or micellar water, and even though I was using so little product, I still had some residue of extra product, and the difference night and day. And with these small changes in your everyday routine, you are going to completely transform how your makeup and your face looks up close in everyday lighting. I truly hope this video was valuable and helpful, and if it was, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell so you won't miss out on the next upload where I'm going to try to elevate your beauty game. Bye, baddie!